Today might seem like just another day, but heaven knows you are stepping into a battle. You open your eyes, see the same room, the same phone, the same routine, but you feel a weight that doesn't match the calm of the morning. Even before coffee, there is already a silent tension within you. This is how many spiritual wars begin. Without noise, disguised as normal life, trying to steal your peace right at the beginning of the day. The Bible shows there is no neutral day. Ephesians 6 speaks of the armor of God to stand your ground in the evil day. And Romans 13 verse 12 declares it is time to put on the armor of light. This means that even on quiet mornings, there is an invisible scenario around you. You are not just going to work, studying, or taking care of the house. You are crossing a field where thoughts, pressures, and distractions try to dispute your attention, your hope, your faith. The surface is routine, but the foundation is battle. The pain here is subtle. Perhaps you are not in panic, but you wake up tired, irritated for no reason, discouraged before you start. Sometimes it's a notification that changes your mood, a memory that tightens your chest, a worry that pokes the back of your mind. You might think, it's just another difficult day, but grace sees differently. God sees how much your heart is pulled, and He doesn't accuse you for it. He draws near to cover you even before the attacks clearly appear. Therefore, the armor of God is not a religious burden, it is a gift of grace. It's not you covering yourself alone, it is God covering you with grace to cross through this day. Before you choose your clothes, the Lord invites you to put on something that doesn't show up in the photo, but changes what happens inside. Truth for the confused mind, righteousness for the accused heart, peace for the hurried steps, faith for the fears, salvation for the insecurities, living word for the lies that try to surround you. Each piece responds to a vulnerable area that grace wants to protect. It is at this point that this morning prayer meets you. Instead of entering autopilot and just letting the day happen, you are invited to see what is behind the normal scenery. This video doesn't come to frighten you, but to awaken you spiritually. If there is battle, there is also provision prepared by God. In the next movement, your heart will be guided to speak with the Lord practically, saying, Jesus, cover my day with your armor of grace, and beginning to put, one by one, these invisible pieces over the hours that haven't even begun. Perhaps when you hear armor of God, a part of your heart already thinks of obligation. I should pray more, I should have more faith, I am not firm enough. As if God were saying, figure it out, equip yourself, and don't fail. But the truth is the opposite of that. The armor is not God pushing a burden onto you. It is God extending care over you. He knows the day you have ahead, and instead of leaving you exposed, He says, come be covered in me. When Paul speaks in Ephesians 6 about the belt of truth, the breastplate of righteousness, the shield of faith, the helmet of salvation, and the sword of the Spirit, he is not describing a list of requirements for perfect Christians. He is describing Christ Himself enveloping every area of your life. The truth is Jesus reminding you who you are in Him. Righteousness is Him covering you with what He did, not with what you managed to do. Salvation is the daily reminder that you have already been reached, not a goal you need to run after alone. Grace completely changes the way you see this armor. Instead of thinking, I need to earn this protection, you begin to realize, I need to receive this protection. Hebrews 4 verse 16 says that we can approach the throne of grace with confidence to receive mercy and find grace to help us in our time of need. The time of need is now. Before the day swallows you, before the difficult conversations, before the usual triggers. The armor is God's response to what He already knows will hurt you if you go alone. When you pray, Lord, cover my day with your armor of grace, you are not saying, I can handle being strong. You are confessing exactly the opposite. I can't handle it, so you clothe me. It is a place of humility, not of performance. It is like the child who doesn't know how to protect themselves but lets their father button their coat before going out. God does not look at you and say, see that you don't fail today. He looks and says, I know how the wind will blow, so let me cover you. In the next moments, this morning prayer will begin to move, piece by piece, through every part of your day. Mind, heart, words, steps, decisions. Not to make you tense, but to remind you, you are not spiritually naked facing all of this. There is an armor prepared, and it has one name, Jesus surrounding you on all sides. From here, you will be guided to converse with the Lord as one who lets Him Put on your day with this protection that comes from grace, not from your strength. Now, think of your day as a path with sensitive spots. There are places where your mind races more, moments when your heart pounds, conversations where your words escape harsher, environments where your faith shrinks. The armor of grace is not something abstract hovering far away. It touches exactly these concrete places. When the Bible speaks of the helmet of salvation, it is talking about protection for your thoughts. When it speaks of the shield of faith, it is talking about what helps you defend yourself from the darts that hit you in the middle of the afternoon. Your mind, for example, is a constant battleground. Thoughts of comparison, fear, guilt, scenarios that haven't even happened yet. The helmet of salvation reminds you, early on, you are not defined by the worst you think, but by what Christ has already done for you. This changes how you read the news, how you receive messages, how you interpret silence. Instead of letting every thought take up space, you will learn to ask, does this match what God says about me? The heart also needs to be guarded. The breastplate of righteousness is not a hardened vest. It is a protection against condemnation and wounds. When someone treats you unfairly, when a comment hits you, when a painful memory returns, this breastplate reminds you, your value is not in how they treat you, it is in how God loved you on the cross. This prevents you from spending the whole day bleeding inside because of something that Christ has already covered with his blood. You don't need to spend the morning brooding over what hurts you if you can rest in the righteousness of Jesus. Atmosphere of work, family, or the street, you go as one shod with the peace of Christ. And the sword of the Spirit, which is the Word of God, is not to wound people, it is to cut down lies that try to dominate your day. It won't work out, you are alone, nothing changes. The word spoken quietly in the morning already begins to answer those lies before they grow. When you ask, Lord, cover my day with your armor of grace, you are, in practice, handing over every piece of your daily life. Mind, emotions, conversations, paths, decisions. This prayer is not a magic formula, it is a positioning. I choose not to cross these hours unprotected. In the next step, this surrender will become a guided prayer, where you will be led to speak with God simply, piece by piece, letting him dress your mind, your heart, and your steps for the day that has already begun to unfold before you. Now that you have understood why this armor matters and where it touches your day, it is time to transform this into prayer. It doesn't need to be perfect, beautiful, or eloquent. Imagine you are sitting on the edge of the bed, still a little sleepy, and you start speaking softly with God. You can even place your hand on your head and say, Lord, put your helmet of salvation over my mind today. It's like declaring, don't let my thoughts be guided by fear, but by the certainty that I am yours. Then you can bring your hand to your chest and pray, place your breastplate of righteousness over me. It is not asking to be perfect, it is asking to be reminded that you are already covered by what Jesus did. That, when guilt tries to return or someone hurts you, your heart will not be exposed, because the righteousness of Christ is guarding who you are inside. Next, you can imagine a firm belt surrounding you and say, Lord, put the belt of truth on me. May I not live on lies, comparisons, and illusions today, but on what you say. Look mentally at your feet and pray, put the gospel of peace on my steps. This is asking not to react impulsively, not to be guided by anger, anxiety, or pressure, but by a peace that comes from above. That wherever you step today, you bring peace instead of spreading more chaos. Finally, you can imagine one hand holding a shield and the other wielding a sword and say, Lord, give me the shield of faith to extinguish the darts of unbelief, and the sword of the Spirit, which is your word, to answer the lies that arise in the middle of the way. This prayer doesn't need to be long to be profound, it just needs to be sincere. While you repeat simple phrases, what is happening in the invisible is great. You are choosing not to go through the day without coverage. In the next step, this conversation with God will extend over the entire day, consecrating hours, paths, and decisions, and reminding you that you can truly say, Lord, cover my day with your armor of grace, and walk believing that he heard. Now is the moment when you take everything you have heard and transform it into surrender. Before getting up completely, you can say softly, Lord, today I don't want to walk uncovered. Cover my day with your armor of grace. Speak with him as one who speaks with a father who has already seen the next hours. Go before me in conversations, environments, decisions, unforeseen events. Where I don't even know I will be attacked yet, you already know. Cover me first. You can pray like this: Jesus, guard my mind from narratives of fear. Guard my heart from hurts and accusations. Guard my steps from dangerous shortcuts. Guard my words so that I do not spread more burden where you want to bring peace. And complete, may today, when the enemy throws darts, he find faith. When lies come, may they find your word. When anxiety tries to enter, may it find you already present at the door of my day. This kind of prayer is not beautiful to human ears. It is precious to the heart of God. If you are watching this prayer on TV, there is a small QR code in the corner of the screen. When you finish and have a quiet moment, you can point your phone at it and access other guided prayers, so that you don't have to go through the next days spiritually alone. This is not about just another piece of content. It is about having a safe place to return to when the battle tightens again. To conclude, you can say, Lord, I don't know everything that awaits me, but I know who covers me. I don't trust in my strength. I trust in your armor of grace over me. Let this phrase be like a seal over your morning. From here, every step can become a continuation of this prayer. In the car, on the bus, in line, at work. Whenever you feel the weight returning, you can repeat, Lord, cover my day in your armor of grace, and remember that you do not walk unprotected. And at the end of the video, the invitation will be simple and profound. If this prayer reached your heart, write a phrase of faith in the comments, such as, Lord, cover my day with your armor of grace. If you need intercession in a specific area, leave a keyword, mind, family, work, health, and we will present you in prayer. And if this built up your heart, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and allow the next content that appears on the screen to be another way for God to clothe your days with His grace.